Hey everybody, welcome to Whiskey Cinema. Today we're talking about Mark Wahlberg. So without further ado, let's get the show started.
Are you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Hey everybody, welcome to Whiskey Cinema. I'm your host, Dano Holzer. With me until the authorities figure out where he's located. Brandon Rich, how you doing, buddy?
It's impossible to figure out where I am. I'm in a cave right now. I'm Osama bin Laden this shit.
Can't find him. He's in a place that rhymes with Schmexico. We're excited for today. We're going to be talking about Mark Wahlberg movies, which we're a fan of. And thank you for bearing with us. We haven't been here for about 2 weeks, but we've been keeping up with the fans on the different sites and everything else. Brandon posted a joke that went viral yesterday that I found out when I was not near a computer, which was hilarious.
I mean, I don't know if it went viral, but it
Well,
got some publicity.
When you get like 13 people that start following you in a second, I'm like, uh-oh. My first thought wasn't yay, it was, what happened?
Apparently, my joke was a little racist, but I think that's what made it good, really. I think that's what made it good.
I want to also address this is our first episode without Jordan. Jordan is in our hearts near and far, no matter where he is, but he's taking a little break for a while, and we super understand.
I feel like there's the pressure that's just been lifted off of my shoulders. It's like, oh, I don't have to pick up his slack anymore.
Oh, God, that's how you felt? Oh, my God.
I know he ain't watching, so I can see. Just kidding, man. Miss you, buddy.
But yeah, man, let's get into today. We're going to be talking about Mark Wahlberg. Big fans across the board in many different areas. For a long time, he was just known to me, Mark and the Funky Bunch, which the rapper, which was hilarious. That's how he started. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you mean the guy from action films?" I'm like, "Yeah, but also he started with a platinum hit record."
Yeah, the dude's multi-talented. I mean, you're not like multi-talented at acting, but
no, who needs that? When you got this so good, look at this guy. Oh wait, this way. Look at this guy.
Oh.
So good.
It threw me off, dude. I thought you had people behind you for a sec.
I certainly do. He's joining us.
He wishes.
Yeah, man. We're going to be talking about some of our least favorite, most favorites, underrated and overrated for Mark Wahlberg. There's a bunch out there. It's hard to kind of choose for some of these. People watching too when we're streaming and everything else. Thanks for commenting, liking, and sharing. We appreciate you guys so much. Let us know what some of your favorite Mark Wahlberg moments are. I found out he's done a lot of very funny like interviews and stuff. We posted the dad jokes with Will Ferrell, which was hilarious.
I love those dad joke things. That little talk show or whatever it is. That's good shit.
When he says, Will Ferrell goes, what does a mermaid use to wash with? And then he just starts laughing. And he's like, Tide. And he's like, no, not as funny. I like the setup better than the punchline. He's like, what? What do you mean?
And that's a good joke all around. Good joke all around. I also like the playground insults. Have you seen those? People come with good shit, man. I love it. Watch it all.
I like when Jennifer Lawrence was this Chris Pratt, and they were doing it back and forth, and she said, during the lovemaking scene, I had to stifle for me throwing up. And he said, during our lovemaking scene, I felt your penis rubbing up against me.
I bet you it's bigger than it is.
Oh, come on. That's Star-Lord.
How was your vacation, man? You were on vacation the last 2 weeks.
I've been on vacation. I was in 3 states. So I've been pretty busy, but I had a great time. And I don't know why I live where I do now instead of where my family lives in Paradise in Idaho. So I don't understand.
I don't think that's a sentence anybody's ever uttered. Paradise in Idaho.
Dude, all the Californians are moving there. So that's like I'm the only Californian that moved back.
Moving everywhere. It don't matter where you go. That's where they're moving.
Yep. Hey, I'm California. Get out. I lie. I say I'm from Mexico. They go, come on in, please. You make great food.
It's believable. Just shave the beard and leave the mustache. You got your Mexi stash going.
I don't grow a good Mexican mustache. I'll work on it. I'll work on it as best I can. Make some house salsa. Let's get into some of our underrated and overrated for Mackie Mac. He's got a lot of movies, from comedies to action. A little bit of drama, but not as a heavy hitter as before, as I think. But let's get into some overrated, underrated. Which way you want to start?
I'm going to go overrated.
Okay, let's get it, man. So Marky Mark, overrated.
Dude, it's Pain and Gain.
Yeah, that's not a great movie.
I don't like this movie. For a lot of actors, if they're overrated, like, it's going to probably be their worst. Because I thought this movie was shit. It was dog shit. It's trash. I mean, it's Marky Mark and The Rock. What's not to love?
Anthony Mackie's in this too.
All of them are just jacked. They're trying to compete with me.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Where do you think the Rock learned his diet from? This is from me. I gave him the tips.
I don't know. I didn't know The Rock could get bigger. Like, that was the only thing I saw when I watched this movie. They're like, all of those guys are in great shape. I saw Anthony Mackie do a celebrity softball game over the weekend, and he was huge. He cranked him, no problem. I was like, what are you doing here? You're going up against, like, influencers that have, like, glitter underneath their eyes and stuff. You can't have Anthony Mackie here. That's ridiculous. In this movie, he looks like he ate Anthony Mackie. He's gigantic.
It's true. The Rock, I think, has gotten bigger in real life from that movie.
He just kept it. Dude, he's so big.
I don't know how that dude gets older and gains more muscle mass. I saw clips of him wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He was not that big as a wrestler, like full-time wrestler. I'm like, bro, you're lifting 200, 300-pound dudes. Now you're getting that big to act with Emily Blunt?
I'm a ship captain. What? What is the ship made out of? Protein? This is crazy.
I have a prosthetic leg. I can bench a house.
You're too big. You're so big.
Marky Mark's gotten smaller. I mean, the dude's still fucking jacked.
Well, I mean, he's attractive, good shape. You know, same thing with Anthony Mackie. He's a good-looking guy. Takes his shirt off. He's a good-looking guy. The Rock is just, like you said, as everyone knows, a powerhouse.
Are you saying he's not attractive? The dude's got the smolder as a superpower. And it works.
Can you do it on command? Dude, I just watched that with my nieces, and we were laughing the whole time. The movie's still amazing.
Both of them are.
If you guys haven't seen Pain and Gain, tell them why it sucks.
The story, I don't like it. I don't remember it that much to go into detail about the story. I thought the acting was not good. It was over the top corny by everybody. I don't think any of them are great serious actors. The only one who can even attempt it to me is Anthony Mackie. Mark Wahlberg and The Rock were out of their element trying to be serious. They're not good serious. They're great, funny guys. Like,
yeah,
they have their niche. They have their shtick.
Their shtick.
And they kill it. But in this one, they didn't. They shit the bed.
Yeah, I'm with you. The real story about it, where a couple of bodybuilders decide to rob this guy who's a dick. The real story is amazing and very interesting. And this one's just, look how big these Buffalo men got to.
They try to make it like a goofy comedy, like a goofy dramedy, I think.
Yeah.
But sucked.
Yeah, No Pain, No Gain. I'm with you 100%. My overrated, because I don't know what No Pain, No Gain got on Rotten Tomatoes. I bet it's not high.
I think it's like 50s.
Oh, that's too high. I agree with you 100%.
I'll check. While you talk about yours, I'll check.
Mine's Invincible, the Philadelphia Dream, which is about Vince Papelli, who's a guy that goes on the trap field for the Eagles, and he goes off, and he makes it. He's a bartender, and he does all this different stuff. I thought the movie was okay, and then I saw the true story on it, and it just didn't happen that way. And Hollywood can change some stuff, and that's fine. But this movie's like high 70s, high 80s for Invincible, and not that good a movie. It's a neat story where a guy goes and tries out for the Eagles because their team's never been good, I guess, and you could just take any schlub off the street. But in the real life, he went off and got a private audition. He didn't have to go in and wait in line, and it wasn't as magical as they made it seem to be. They called him up and said, "Hey, would you like to try?" So it was. I just thought I saw it and I was like, 70-80%. I get you guys trying to push this story, but I mean, there's a way better Philadelphia movie about a guy that does a tryout starring Tony Danza. And it's called
I won't agree with that one.
It's called Garbage Picking, Field Goal Kicking Philadelphia Phenomenon. And this movie's gold, Jerry. It's gold.
I don't hate Invincible. I like it for what it is. I think it's on Disney Plus.
Oh, is it? Perfect.
I think so. It's a pretty good movie, but I went in there expecting exactly what it was, kind of a corny, feel-good sports movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's not believable. I know it's based on a true story, but dumb.
I'm just going to go throw a football.
Suck, man. Eagles are trash.
Him playing a bartender, I completely understand. Him being a quarterback, sure, all that stuff. But I'm just like, I'm not really feeling this. This seems pretty crazy here, guys. We need to kind of find our box for Mark Wahlberg, which they did with our underrated, which I think we're going to get to right now, because Marky Mark does not excel as a drama, as a dramatic actor.
First, Pain and Gain got 50%, and I still think it's overrated. Just so
I agree.
you all know how much I don't like that movie.
Dude, get it, man.
Underrated. I don't know why you have weights. Give your brother back his weights. Come on.
These are my nieces. She's getting yoked, bro.
I just started shitting on him as an actor, kind of saying he can't do serious that well.
Uh-huh.
So my underrated is Instant Family.
What happened? What happened?
It's a good movie. It's about a married couple who adopts 3 Hispanic children.
Yep.
That's the main story. It's got Tom Segura in it, too. It was hilarious.
Love Tom Segura. Well, his wife is Byrne. Is it Rose Byrne is his wife?
Yeah, Rose Byrne is his wife.
Yeah, she's great.
I think she's an underrated comedic actress.
Yeah.
But Mark Wahlberg, dude, he shines in this movie. He does good. He's not trying to be serious the whole time. He's got serious parts. He doesn't do the whole movie serious, though. He does a goofy dad who's trying hard to get a bunch of kids to love him. It fucking works for me.
No, I'm with you. So the real story is about the director, too, who essentially did the same thing. They wanted to have kids. Like, well, we'll adopt a kid. And found out if they adopt one kid, it's part of a big family and didn't want to split them up. But that's his true story. I mean, he, fell in love with adopting kids and helping out families and stuff, and made his story the movie, which I thought everybody did a good job in. And it seemed real, where the daughter wants to see her mom. It's like, my mom wants me and can take care of me, so I don't need you anymore. And then finds out why she's not with her mom, because her mom's a fucking train wreck.
She's trash. She's trashier than Pain and Gain.
Oh, come on. She's above 50%.
No, not that mother.
Yeah, she's bad.
Yeah, I really liked it. I can't remember the psychiatrists' names in that, or whatever they are, the social workers, but they're freaking hilarious. They're a great little duo. One of them is on a Zack Snyder zombie movie, which I'm fucking spacing on that one.
Okay.
And then the other one is on a Melissa McCarthy superhero movie. Again, I'm spacing on that name.
Olivia Spector, something like that. Oh, Octavia Spencer.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're a great duo in that movie, and I love them. And then there's the woman who wants to recreate The Blind Side and adopt a black child with football potential.
Oh, Tig Notaro.
Yeah.
Looked like I froze there. Tig Notaro. She's the pilot from the Army of Z or whatever it's called. I can't remember that really bad movie.
Army of the Dead. I didn't think it was a really bad movie. That was pretty good. You can go fuck yourself.
Okay, well, okay.
Fuck yourself.
Jesus. Yeah, Tig Notaro's funny. She has an animated show that's coming out on HBO soon about a bunch of her bits. But Octavia Spencer, like her and Ma and some of these other movies, pretty good. You know, she surprises me all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, she is really good in that one. So check it out. Do yourselves a favor.
I have a slash in honor of Eames being dead to us now. My first one is one that's crushing Netflix right now, which is Four Brothers, which is stayed highly in it for like, I don't know, like 2 months. I always see it popping up and down in the top 10. Four Brothers is a dumb movie that is fun and awesome. And it's four adopted brothers that come back because their mom died and they find out their mom didn't die, that maybe somebody killed their mom. And they're all pissed. It's like, it seems a lot like Off of His Life. The dude was addicted to cocaine at 13. He got charged with attempted murder at 16. I totally believe this guy was a thug. So this movie's pretty perfect. It's got a bunch of good guys in it. Well, not really. I mean,
a real bang-up job this episode.
What?
Me and you are striking 100. We try to bring up people like from that movie. It's got those people. Kill him.
I know. I can't remember his name, but it's the guy that's just in the Fast and the Furious that him and The Rock got in a feud. The bald black guy's like, hide the baby oil. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't care for that movie. I didn't like it that much. I still hate Tyrese as an actor. I think he's Dennis Quaid bad.
Yeah, he's not good.
He sucks ass every movie he's in. I like less because he's in it.
I'll tell you what, there's a scene with him taking Sofia Vergara, like one of her first movies, on top of a washing machine. And I know that she's with another studly dude, but their babies would have been beautiful.
Tyrese isn't that good looking. I said it.
You don't think so? He's gotten by just on his looks.
All right. Good for him. People are blind. The dude's acting is as bad as his rapping or his singing.
Oh. Yeah, he's an R&B guy.
Sucks. He's overrated in every way.
He failed upward. I don't know.
He really did. He really did. He's probably charismatic and get people to like him. Like, I want you in my movie that I'm going to make 50 of.
Hey, he held on to that franchise, the Fast and the Furious. He ain't letting go. He's like, another $1 billion, please. He's just going to stay on there forever.
I mean, Luda did the same thing, but at least Luda had a music career.
Move, bitch, get out the way.
He has hoes in different area codes.
That's underrated. It's Four Brothers. I mean, a lot of people have seen that. My real one that I think people should see that I don't think anyone's seen is Two Guns, which is him and Denzel Washington.
I like that one. I'll accept that one as your underrated.
Well, so one I saw that had a low score, but was like everyone loves it, but it got a low score, was Four Brothers. But Two Guns, no one's seen, and it's Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg both playing like undercover FBI agents that were trying to trick the other one, and then they join teams to go take down like a drug cartel. But it's like the chemistry is awesome. They do quips and make fun of each other the entire time. They're going through, and he's like, "I'm a better shot," and they do that kind of stuff. But it's a fun movie. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's an entertainment. This is exactly how you describe Four Brothers. It's a fun, dumb movie that just entertains the shit out of you.
It's all of my favorite Mark Wahlberg movies, short of like a couple of them, like Shooter. I generally think that whole movie from beginning to end is not a bad movie.
But, yeah, I mean, it's forgettable. I enjoy it when it's on, but I'm not going to talk about it to everybody that I see.
Okay, yeah. I don't blame you. It's, but... Okay. Yeah, so that's my two that I liked. Sorry, I got a weird message. Those are the two that I liked, Four Brothers and Two Guns. For underrated. Overrated for me was Invincible. Overrated for Brandon was No Pain, No Gain, which I might have accepted as their worst, but we'll get to that here in a little bit.
I thought about making it my worst, but then I realized he, to me, has a clear-cut worst, and then like a bunch of runner-ups.
There's a bunch of movies, man, where like he's got 2 movies out right now that are both tanking, which is weird because he's like, I think he's trying to become more of a serious actor, which is probably not a good idea. But I think he's getting older, man. When you get older, you can't just keep fighting Transformers your whole life.
Well, that's a lie. Liam Neeson, Denzel Washington, their action careers took off when they got their AARP card.
Man, come on. Are you trying to say that he doesn't have enough money from the Wahlburgers to retire? Because I disagree. I think he's killing it.
Dude, I'll go to his restaurant one day. His food establishment.
His brother looks amazing. His brother knows his shit.
His brother is not as good of an actor as he is.
No. But are you sure though? You don't know. He maybe is. It's not a high pedestal.
He saw 2 and 3, I think. So no, he's not.
Yeah,
it's
Infinite.
like saying all the Baldwins are good actors.
You know what? There is. I love the Family Guy joke, and we'll talk about Seth MacFarlane later on this podcast, I'm sure. But when he has Alec Baldwin, he has all his brothers, and he's nursing them, and he goes like, "All right, easy. Donnie needs the most. Don't kick out Donnie." And
The
they're
only
all like,
reason they get jobs because of Baldwin. That last name. Now I don't know if it's going to work anymore. Alec Baldwin ain't making a good name for himself out there.
Boss Baby 3, open your eyes and earballs.
I don't think he was in it. I didn't see it because I didn't like the first one, so I'm not going to go watch 2 more of a movie I don't like.
Boss Baby 6. The Boss Babying.
They're going to do a crossover between Boss Baby and Fast and the Furious. They don't have to keep up.
They might do it with Minions. That one I super believe.
Oh. You know, that's how you get me to watch Fast and the Furious. You put some Minions in it.
Banana. Yeah, there's so many movies. I don't want to get too far into it, but Mark Wahlberg's been doing a lot. Not only is he a great, very successful Hollywood actor, he's a great producer. He's done Entourage. He did Ballers, which is a show I liked a lot, starring The Rock, which I don't think they can afford him anymore. And Rob Corddry's on that as well. You might know from Hot Tub Time Machine as the bald, hilarious guy, as 2 sports agents. So I really liked the show. I watched, I think, 2 seasons of it, but there's no way they can keep The Rock. I think he's too busy.
They can't afford a $10 million an hour contract?
No, they don't.
That means return to wrestling.
You signed the contract, The Rock, or I'll take you down.
I'm curious to know how much he gets paid to go wrestle a match and then do a couple of promos.
It's probably pretty good. They're
so
both
I'm going to SmackDown in a couple of weeks. I hope to God he shows up on my day. I don't care. Yeah. Please, Rock, come out to Arizona.
If he does come out to Arizona, we'll do a Rock episode afterwards if he comes out there.
I'll invite him on.
Cool. There you go. That's a good start. And one of my favorite things I saw, I love doing the podcast. I learn all these weird stuff about people. He owns a cricket team, and he was talking to Will Ferrell on some British show, and they said 3 things that are true or not true. He has abs. He has 16-inch bicep. He has a 3rd nipple. And he goes, I know he has 6-pack abs. He's like, I bet he has 16-inch bicep. I bet he's pretty strong. He's all, 3rd nipple, I'm going to go with a no. And Mark Wahlberg's like, yeah, I got 3rd nipple. He's like, you do? He's like, yeah. It's like, all right. And Mark Wahlberg kind of like looked at him, waited for him to say something. He's like, what? I just thought you'd have 2. Like, that was my guess. I didn't randomly think that you had 3. He's like, well, I do.
Do they CGI it or what? Because
no,
it's a lot in his movies.
Yeah, they put on his face.
Just saying, I watch that dude shirtless all the time, and I ain't see 3 nipples.
Well, I don't know, man. You're right. It's not like he wears clothes. He was shirtless with Kate Moss, but I don't know. He said he has one, and I don't question Mark Wahlberg. I don't want to get
I'm questioning it, Mark.
Mackie Wow.
There's no third nipple. Prove it. Prove it. Get on the
Okay.
podcast and prove it.
Please. We got some more movies we want to talk about. We're going to get into right after a break from our sponsor, which is The Buzz. But right after that break, we'll get to some of our favorites and least favorites of Mark Wahlberg. Stay tuned. Be right back.
Get the Lambo car, house in the hills with the stars. Told you I'd raise the bar, told you that I'd go far. Baby, it's crystal clear. I'm not a souvenir. I'm not an accessory. I'm a necessity. So come and check me out now. I'm a necessity. So come and check me out now.
Three nipples a compliment. Hey everybody, welcome back to Whiskey Cinema. We are talking about Mark Wahlberg and the Funky Bunch. We are excited about this guy. Really interesting, fun actor. I'm going to say this, he might be a guilty pleasure of mine. I don't watch everything he's in, but if he's in there, I'll probably get more of a shot than I would if he wasn't in there.
He's Brad Pitt light.
Is Brad Pitt light?
I said it.
Is that a short joke you're making right now? Is that what you're doing? You making a short joke?
It's a pretty good impression. Not bad compared to some of your other ones.
I do it all the time. I have my sister Allie, for some reason, really, it always makes her laugh. So I do it all the time.
Well, good.
Least favorite and favorite movies of Mark Wahlberg. I mean, I'm scared to talk to you about some of these movies. I mean, can I talk about this one? Because I don't think it's on either of our lists. Big honorable mention for me for underrated was Boogie Nights. I don't know how many people have not seen this movie, but I really liked it.
That was going to be one of my overrateds.
Boogie Nights?
Yeah, because it kind of made him a little bit famous.
Yeah, it was like his first movie, really.
I love this movie. So it's just not for me, I guess.
You don't like Heather Graham, huh?
I don't.
Really?
Not a Heather Graham fan, no.
Jeez, I have a huge crush on Heather Graham. I love her.
I did too. I watched this movie older though and realized there's better fish in the sea to have a crush.
What do you think? I'm too fat? You think if I lost a few pounds, you could stifle your vomit enough to sleep with me?
That is the best Heather Graham movie right there. And her best acting. That shit still makes me laugh.
That's funny.
But she's a great chick pounding those brownies.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones. He did Fear with Reese Witherspoon, where he played a psychotic boyfriend. Not a bad movie. One of those USA Today ones that they show 100 times a minute, you know. And he did Renaissance Man with Danny DeVito, which is a good movie about a guy trying to.
Danny DeVito. We all know it was great.
It was, yeah. It's like if you've seen Dead Poet Society with Robin Williams, it's the same idea. Very good movie. But like you said, Dead Poet Society light. With Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg wishes he could be that good of an actor like Robin Williams.
Rest in peace, Robin Williams, by the way. Had an anniversary of his death yesterday or the day before, and we had a huge jump in our Robin Williams stuff because we did an episode about him like a year ago. And man, it was weird. Between your joke that was doing really well and then the Robin Williams stuff, my phone was blowing up, and I was like, "Oh man, I hope." I was like, "Do we get canceled? I don't think we're popular enough to be canceled."
We will be, hopefully, one day. We'll be cancel cultured, and I will be so happy. I'll throw out another racist joke one day.
No, Brandon, don't. Yeah. Definitely that's where he started modeling all this different stuff, but let's get into some of our...
Some ladies asked me today who I was talking about in the podcast. I said, we're talking about Mark Wahlberg. Marky Mark. One of them goes, nobody likes Mark Wahlberg. I was like, whoa. Other lady chimes in, is like, I love Mark Wahlberg. Well, I loved his underwear ads. I was like, fair. We We all did. We all did, Susan.
I wish if I was good, I would have my producer change my green screen to him where he's with Kate Moss. He's just hugging her, and it says, "You know, to protect yourself from AIDS, keep it in your Calvin Kleins."
Yeah, I forgot that he did that, to be honest. But I'm gonna have to go get me some Calvin Kleins now if I can look like him.
Yeah, I will for Kate Moss. I like them where I can see their spine through their stomach. That's my kind of women right there. It's my favorite.
Ugh, gross.
Favorites and least favorites. There's a bunch of really good and really bad Mark Wahlberg movies where to get to. I'm surprised you did No Pain, No Gain as not your least favorite. So I'm really excited to see like what movies you hated.
Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to me that was his clear worst. I was going to rewatch this movie for the podcast. I decided not to because we haven't done an episode in 2 weeks because you were on vacation. And I was like, I can't do this to myself. I've watched so many good movies the last few weeks. I'm not going to bring my mood down with this piece of shit.
I mean, I don't know how you can say that personally. I mean, Helena Bonham Carter's in it, you know?
Who I love. I mean, come on. She's Bellatrix Lestrange and the Harry Potters. I don't know. I love Harry Potter.
You do.
She's in Sweeney Todd, which is my favorite musical.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Love that one. Don't love this movie though.
Tim Roth, who's supposed to come back as cameo in Marvel as the Abomination. I mean,
I saw that in the trailer.
If you had to guess, Paul Giamatti. I just watched Gunpowder Milkshake yesterday. Good movie. Paul Giamatti's.
Yeah, it was on my watch list. I decided to binge watch all 3 Fear Streets.
I gotta watch that one still too.
They're very good. I'm a big horror fan. Very good. I like
The
it.
only thing that kind of turned me off was the director said, "I want to make this as big as the Marvel universe," and I was like, "Simmer down, there, little fella."
I saw that too. I don't know how they'll do it, but everybody wants to do that now. I see that on like fucking Tom and Jerry. That shit, they probably want to do an MCU universe type thing.
Well, I saw Foghorn Leghorn riding a dragon in Space Jam, so apparently they're trying to do everything to everybody.
There you go. Fear Street. I would definitely recommend that one though. Those 3, and then I'll watch your movie eventually.
Planet of the Apes is a great pick. I remember when they remade this. It's one of the best sci-fi movies of all time, right? Charlton Heston, "Get your damn dirty hands off me, you damn dirty ape." And I think they say the line like to humans or something instead. And man, it's just bad. Directed by Tim Burton, and it's clear he should stick to clay.
It's clear that Tim Burton is overrated.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got like you said, a niche that he does, whatever it's called.
All his work together, yeah, you'll have good movies, especially movies that a lot of people love. Nightmare Before Christmas. Great. People just fucking jizz all over that movie. They love it so much.
They love it.
Edward Scissorhands. It's a really good movie. But then you have Dark Shadows and Planet of the Apes. You have all this horse shit. Planet of the Apes is so bad. I think that's probably Tim Burton's worst movie.
Where you might not be wrong. I remember watching this movie and thinking like, hey, because they did a thing back in the day where they would show you the behind the scenes things of the movies and how they made the explosions, the action scenes, and the wire fights to get you excited before the movie came out. And I remember watching them going, what are they doing? I was like 16. I was like, wait, there's a spaceship there? They're going to fly away on a spaceship? Wait, are they changing the movie?
I'm surprised this wasn't a career killer for these people.
Hey, you don't see a Stella Warren on anything. That girl did that movie in Kangaroo Jack and was done.
Well, it's because they're like, well, she did Kangaroo Jack. She's obviously at the pinnacle of her career, and she ain't getting any higher.
Well, you know what? The smart ones had the monkey mask on, so you couldn't tell that Michael Clark Duncan was in it.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, I get why Helena Bonham Carter still has a career. It's because of Tim Burton. She was able to rebound pretty easy.
Can you imagine being at that dinner table when they're like, she's like, well, love, what are you going to be? What's your next idea for a project? He's like, I'm thinking about Planet of the Apes. And she's like, to watch later tonight? And he's like, no, I want to change it. And she's like, you want to make a new one? He's like, yeah. Who do you want to star in it? Like one of our great actors? You want like DiCaprio, or do you want Wahlberg?
Johnny Depp? Not even Johnny Depp?
He's not returning my phone calls.
He's too busy doing a pirate movie.
He's wasted his career. That guy's done. He'll never last.
God, just imagine how sad they were when the reviews came out. That's a depressed dinner right there. Just no talking.
Oh my God. They're both just looking at each other like, out of the two of us, whose fault is it?
Just Tim Burton's. Helena Bonham Carter was in Fight Club.
Great.
He can fuck off. Fight Club is better than any movie he did. I said it.
Fight Club's a great movie.
Fight Club's fucking great.
That is such a funny idea, though, them sitting at dinner trying to discuss where somebody went wrong. And then he's like, I'll put you in the Alice in Wonderland. She's like, you need to stop her making classics. And she's like, no, I'll bring it.
I liked Alice in Wonderland. The first one.
It had Johnny Depp in it, is why.
It's not. Well, maybe. He did good as Mad Hatter.
Great.
I talked about it. I think Johnny Depp's a little overrated. So
they could have called it Mad Hatter in Wonderland, that first movie. She's barely in it. Didn't matter.
Sure. I don't know. Yeah, but that was my clear worst for me.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was no need for a slash. I thought about putting Pain and Gain there, then I remembered how shitty this movie was. I was like, yeah, it's Pain and Gain is going to have to be my overrated because I won't talk about shitty it is.
It's both rough. I had Planet of the Apes as my slash. Well, plus because I forgot how bad it was until I saw Kevin Smith talk about it. So at the end, they had an ending where they go back to modern day America, and the Lincoln Monument is actually a gorilla with a top hat on. And Kevin Smith wrote about that in a comic book, and he wrote a joke, silly hee, Tim Burton ripped me off. He put it in an article, and Tim Burton's like, I've never read a comic book in my life to think that I would steal from this guy. I've never seen it. And Kevin Smith said, that explains why Batman was so bad.
I liked Batman.
The first one? Well, it's the first one. I mean, Jack Nicholson's... Listen, I like it too. I don't want to get mad at it, but Batman does kill a lot of people in that movie.
Well, yeah, but they deserve it. I liked Guilty Pleasure, Jim Carrey and
Oh, no.
Tommy Lee Jones.
No. Batman Forever? Come on. That movie.
I don't feel good that I liked it. Even I know while watching, I'm like, I shouldn't enjoy this movie. It sucks, but
riddle me this
about it. We can all agree, though. George Clooney sucks ass as Batman as an actor.
I'm going to say this. It's not hard to play Batman.
No, not at all.
I think being Bruce Wayne is a pretty easy task. For Batman, you just have to have a good fight stunt double. Is that crazy? And have a voice.
He's got a voice. But he had a bat card.
Oh my God, the bat card with bat nipples.
They brought my favorite DC villain in one of them, Poison Ivy, and I do not like Uma Thurman. And I do not like Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. Although Arnold Schwarzenegger's puns. Fuck yeah.
That guy. Iced cold. I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow.
Free.
A new ice age. The Iceman cometh.
A new ice age. I forgot about that one.
Dude, so funny. I don't know how we got from Mark Wahlberg to.
We started talking about Tim Burton. It's a rant that it had its place. We're going to bash everybody that deserves it. And because Tim Burton directed Planet of the Apes, he can go suck on some bat nipples.
Hey, you let me know some other podcast that can start with Mark Wahlberg and end with Batman nipples, and I'll watch that show instead. Cheers, I love that.
Yeah, that doesn't exist. It's only us.
That's right.
Who would've-
Least favorite for me was one that my brother watched recently. He said, "You want to watch this?" And I said, "Absolutely not." And it's The Happening, which is
Yes, that was one of my worsts.
another director who M. Night Shyamalan has a movie coming out. I think this Friday, or is it out?
Came out this week or next week.
Called Old, which is a bunch of people that go on a beach and they start aging rapidly. Every hour is like 3 years or something crazy. So the premise looks interesting, like all his movies do, but you're hoping the payoff.
It looks interesting. There's a bitch that's pregnant on the beach. How does she get pregnant? You need semen for impregnation. Like, so you know.
Tell that to Mary Magdalene.
I'll go see this movie because it's what I do.
Yeah.
But I'm not excited. M. Night Shyamalan, I think Shyamalama Ding Dong.
Yeah.
Fucking, he's not even overrated to me. He just sucks.
You know what's funny? Like, I think Devil, the one with the elevator, was not a bad movie.
I like him.
He brutalized Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is so beloved by so many people that they're remaking one on Netflix now with a budget of like 200 million. It's like awesome. But when I saw him do that, God, that was such a bummer. You're just like, fuck.
And I'll say it, The Sixth Sense is overrated. Sixth Sense is overrated.
God damn, Brandon.
It's not
What
even
you
his best
doing?
movie. It's a fine movie. I think it gets too much hype. It's not his best movie. I like Glass.
Unbreakable, Glass, and Split. I think Split
Split is his best movie. There we go.
Split and Unbreakable, very good. I think Sixth Sense is very good as well. But I can see the overhype. But I mean, The Happening. This movie is hard to watch, and it's premise is that people start slowly killing themselves, and people don't know why. So they're not leaving their house. Something's in the air that's killing themselves, and they have scenes.
It was M. Night Shyamalan's movies.
Oh no, he's making a sequel.
They did the Clockwork Orange treatment. They just played a bunch of his movies.
No. This movie was, I don't know what it was. The problems with it too are all the characters. They make dumb decisions that work sometimes, and that's how they live. Like, there's not a character that go like, "Hey, that was a smart move." You watch this and you go like, I mean, you had 5 ways you could have died right there. I'm just gonna go test the air because we're running out of time. That's okay. That's the thing you're doing when it's never been okay before. If you want to see a better version of this movie, go watch Bird Box. Bird Box is a better premise.
Bird Box is good.
They're killing themselves if they look up at the sky. There might be a monster down there, might be an alien, might be something. Better version of this movie. I have to say it's my least favorite, and I knew it when they put it on, and I was like, oh, we might do an episode soon about something like this. I should watch it. And I went, I can't. I'll shit on it and ruin the movie for them. I can't watch this.
All right, let's do a little game.
Okay.
You get to keep one. Planet of the Apes, Tim Burton's version, or The Happening. You keep one, get rid of one. What you keeping, what you getting rid of?
Forever they're gone?
Forever they're gone.
That's tough.
I'm keeping The Happening and getting rid of Planet of the Apes.
It's tough because Planet of the Apes is so... At least Planet of the Apes has like a couple parts that you could watch. But, I mean, it just shits on a classic.
Yeah,
you know what?
Sucks.
I'm gonna definitely get rid of The Happening because I have it. I'm gonna keep The Happening and get rid of Planet of the Apes because The Happening might have led to Bird Box in some weird way, but we don't need the reboot at all. There's no way.
Yeah. The Bird Box, they had it right because they didn't hire M. Night Shyamalan.
Smart.
Look at that. Steven agrees. The Happening is terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Oh, my bad. We got Steven Jump on here. What's up, Steven? Yeah, for me, the happening is practically the crappening.
So dumb. You know what? Cheers to that classic joke right there, Danny.
There's
Love it.
my trending reel. You're doing such a good job with that joke right there. Oh, I killed Brandon.
Choked on my drink.
I didn't know that joke was that fire. Good to know. Hey guys, you seen the happening? No. Oh.
Woo. God damn, that hurt.
But you still dying? Oh my god.
I'm good. If I died right there, it's because of alcohol, and that's how I want to go out.
Right. Good for you, buddy. We're getting towards the end of our podcast. I want to get to our favorites because I think that we'll have probably some more favorites than we'll have least favorites. Some nice runners-ups that I wanted to bring up was Daddy's Home, which is him and Will Ferrell. Very surprisingly not a bad movie. The premise is dumb, but their chemistry pulls it through, with Will Ferrell being the biggest sissy alive and Mark Wahlberg being the most insensitive dickhead. And it's just such a good combo they've worked with in other comedies like The Other Guys and movies like that, but super funny. And the sequel was not bad either, with John Lithgow and Mel Gibson as their dads. Still good.
Not bad at all. I thought about putting them as my my underrated, but I didn't, obviously. So,
Hey, I might agree with Steven for once with movies. I love Steven's opinions on movies. Nothing's bad, everything's good, and he defends very bad movies. But he said Daddy's Home 2 is better than the first one, and you might be right, dude. I love John Lithgow, and Mel Gibson playing a dirtbag dad was hilarious. But John Lithgow kissing Will Ferrell on the lips every time he sees him, and then him breaking down at the improv class, like he's such a good actor.
that scene is hilarious. I don't know if I'd say it's better than the first, but it's been so long since I watched the first. So I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't be mad. That's fine. That's a take, Steven. You have a take.
You know what, Steven? This is your first win, where everyone agrees that you did better. Congratulations, man.
The manger scene was pretty good.
That was funny.
My favorite Mark Wahlberg movie was Easy.
Oh, yeah?
The
Departed.
The Departed. Because it's one of my favorite lines in movies, where Leo asks him, "Who the fuck are you?" He goes, "I'm the guy doing his fucking job. Who the fuck are you?"
You must be the fucking other guy.
I love that line. I love The Departed. It's Alec Baldwin. We talked about him earlier. It's his best movie. I would say it's probably Leo's. It's everybody in this movie. It's everybody's best movie. It's Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Marky Mark, Jack Nicholson. Cast is great. Mark Wahlberg yells at his brother a little bit, which is hilarious.
That's right. His brother Donnie.
How's your mother? She's tired. I'm fucking my father all day.
He says it and then he has to change real quick so nobody could like blast him with a joke because that's how rough Boston is.
Yeah, I love it. But I did a top 10 with my wife, and it ran into my top 10 movies.
Man, Departed is so good. I like it when there's just so many good lines from him, as he's like such a not corrupt like FBI agent, like police officer, but he's a dick to everyone. Or
He's from Boston.
In a Boston,
or is he just from Boston?
That's just how they all are.
That's just how they are. It's got Anthony Anderson too.
Yeah. Dude, Ray Winston's in that as the guy that says, "What are you drinking? Cranberry juice. What are you on your fucking period or something?" And the guy, "Come on, man." He's like, "Give him a fucking cranberry." But he believe it. Those guys you believe are actual tough guys.
Fucking God, I can't remember what movie my wife and I were watching, but someone talked about cranberry juice, and I laughed. And she looked at me and she said that line, and she does not like this movie. When we first started dating, I told her, "I got 2 movies for you to watch. You need to watch Django Unchained.
Great.
You need to watch The Departed."
The Departed.
she returned those movies. She said, I really like this movie. It's like, all right, what'd you think of the pod? She's like, I hated it. It's like, well, it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
I'll see you some other day.
You're like, I poisoned both movies. I have the antidote if you like those movies. So now you're in deep shit.
Yeah, I love the ending of this movie. I think that's what seals it in. Vera Farmiga, I think is how you say her last name.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who is in all the Conjuring movies. I love her in this movie. It's kind of where I realized, hey, this woman right here is a good actress.
She's also did the movie Up and Away, the one with George Clooney where he's flying around all the place. Anna Kendrick, where he's firing people.
Kendrick, that's how we not with George Clooney. Anna Kendrick.
She's one of these underrated actresses that
Bates Motel.
What's that?
She was in Bates Motel.
Yeah, she's like, you're like, wait, why is she in everything that's good? Oh wait, that's right, it's because of her. Like, she's a good side character that's always undervalued, I think.
Yeah, she is. Well, you got to go watch The Departed then, buddy. If you haven't seen it, you got to go watch it. It's got violence.
Vimac's never seen it. Vimac, you got to go watch The Departed, buddy. It's like a Boston gangster movie. You're going to like it. It's like Goodfellas if they all couldn't pronounce their I's down the Cap Hack.
Wicked awesome. Everything's just wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome. I'll treat you
Matt
like my
Damon is a crooked cop. Fighting with the firefighters. Dude, fucking love that. Go save some fucking cats, you pussies. Well, I'm glad you said that then, Steven, because I was about to share the ending, but I won't.
Good job.
Because you haven't seen it. So no spoiler alert on that one. You know Matt Damon's crooked from the beginning, so don't worry.
Attaboy. She's going to check it out. We changed one life today.
You told me and you let me know.
So I had a bunch of slashes that I had to narrow down for my favorite. I'm glad you brought up The Departed because I love The Departed a lot.
This wasn't your favorite? You rate your slashes.
Okay, take it easy. You seem angry. So for me, behind me, I have Ted, right? On my little dilly-dally.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Ted. And, we'll just get to Ted real quick. Ted is an awesome movie they made a sequel of that's still funny. Awesome. I knew I was gonna like this movie from the beginning when it said Patrick Stewart says there's nothing more powerful in the world than a little boy's wish, except for a Apache helicopter that can launch 3 Tomahawk sidewinding missiles that can absolutely whoop your. Like, he just starts talking like that, and I was like, this is hilarious. If you like Family Guy, you'll like Ted. And cool fun fact about Seth MacFarlane and Mark Wahlberg, they were both supposed to be on the planes that crashed in 9/11. And they had a last-minute delay, and they had to go onto a different flight and go somewhere else. They're like, I can't believe I didn't get on that. So I think they bonded over that kind of stuff. He's done a couple movies about Boston, the Boston bombing, and 9/11. Big Patriot guy, big fan of the USA. But Ted is straight up hilarious. I love this movie. Thunder Buddies for life.
You Thunder, you can suck my dick.
You can't really hurt us because you're just God's farts.
I felt there's 2 movies I felt shitty about leaving off.
Mm-hmm.
I think your other slash will be the next movie I'm thinking of.
Yep.
Ted's one of them. Ted, the first one, not the second one. The second one wasn't good to me. There's a quote that I always say whenever I do anything, when I fuck up or whatever, and I'm on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Ed is driving away, and he crashes the car. He's like, that's my bad. I was sending a tweet. I do that. I'll walk on my phone, bump into the wall, like, it's my bad. I was sending a tweet. I don't even fucking Twitter.
Dude, we could just run through the quotes forever. There's no chicks with dicks. There's only guys with tits.
Patrick Warburton, we've talked about it on this podcast with Ryan Reynolds sneaking up.
So funny.
God, who's the douchebag boss from Community?
So let's get into the people he works with. Seth MacFarlane surrounded himself with brilliance. Patrick Warburton talks like this. He's the guy that plays Joe from Family Guy. He comes with a black guy. What are you, some kind of underground gay fight club? I don't know. No, maybe. Yeah, probably. And he just leaves. And then later he's with Ryan Reynolds, who I don't even think talks. He just holds his hand and walks away.
I think he might say like 1 or 2 words, maybe, if that.
Dude, so funny. Yeah, and Joel McHale, who's awesome, and then hits on Mila Kunis, who's super funny in this too. What are you doing? You owe me some lobster money. I mean, and then she's trying to date this guy who's essentially a kid. Hilarious. I love Ted, and that's not even my pick for my favorite movie, because the other one I could watch every month for the rest of my life and die a happy man, which is The Other Guys, which is Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. With we're bringing it all the way back to Michael Keaton as Batman, who now plays their boss. The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson both play the actual.
Don't go chase some waterfalls.
Don't go chase waterfalls. Aim for the. I used to do this when I would do shots. I would say aim for the bushes. That was my toast, and I would drink it because I love the fact that they jumped off of a roof, not only missed the bushes, there was no bushes.
There was no bushes.
There's no bushes to be found. And just the badass, tough guy cops you see in every movie. There's got to be somebody that does their paperwork, and that's The Other Guys, which is Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg.
So I talked to you before the podcast started. I was going to ask you what your favorite Mark Wahlberg comedy is. Is it The Other Guys?
It's got to be The Other Guys. It's a good question, though, because there is a bunch that could kind of surprise you. Ted, to me, was very close. But, I mean, I could watch The Other Guys all the time. His little tuna rant he talks about with Lion versus the tuna.
I was say that's the best part of that movie. And Will Ferrell's rebuttal, we make breathing apparatuses. We don't come at you right away, no. But we will.
We're going to build breathing apparatus, and we're going to come in there and attack you as a swarm. Now who's a fool?
They don't even taste for a lion.
How about his wife, Eva Mendes, who's incredibly hot, but Will Ferrell thinks she's hideous? And all the women in that movie.
All the women are gorgeous, going for Will Ferrell, and that's what's funny.
Mark Wahlberg in every movie is a panty dropper. In this movie, Will Ferrell cannot keep them away from him, and he's just like, hey, thank you for your time. And they're like, well, hold on. Why don't you come inside for a second? He's like, nah, we're just kind of busy. She's like, please, don't just, oh, thank you.
You're practically acting like he's the plumber fixing their pipes, and she's the porn star.
Right.
Like, I just want to, just please pull your pants.
Gators bitches best be wearing jimmies.
Oh, I fucking love that one.
He's got some pimp mojo that just seeps through his pores, I guess.
Unpopular opinion, but I think The Other Guys might be Will Ferrell's funniest movie.
That's a harder one because Mark Wahlberg has like maybe 4 or 5 funny, good comedies. Will Ferrell has like
2 that contend for top funny movies. Mark Wahlberg, it's Ted and The Other Guys.
I think so. That's fair. I mean, he's got a couple ones that are in or out funny, but yeah, Ted and The Other Guys is just masterpieces.
We'll do a Will Ferrell episode eventually. We'll talk about it. Then I'll sit down and talk about how funny The Other Guys was compared to everything else, and we'll see if it hits my number 1 or not. Dude,
I love The Other Guys. A desk pop. I mean, you've got like Rob Riggle in this, and you've got I can't remember his name, Wayans from The Other Girl. That dude is legitimately funny in everything he does, and he's like the 10th funniest person in the cast, maybe like 15th. So it's like an all-star game where you just get all your best players, and you're like, who's your worst player? Like Kevin Durant. You're like, really? And you're like, yeah, no, this is stacked. This is crazy. It's pretty good.
Yeah, they got Ray Stevenson too.
Yeah, Ray Stevenson, who played the most lethal Punisher ever in that crazy Punisher movie.
Which it's a shitty movie, no doubt. I enjoyed it. It's got Steve Coogan. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Coogan?
Coogan. So he was the fake director in Tropic Thunder. If you guys don't know him, you'll know him from that. But I mean, he's a hilarious British actor, and he plays this part well. and doesn't overact in it, which I would assume would be that's what ruins a lot of good comedies is everyone trying to up each other. This movie finds the perfect balance. I love it.
Yeah, and then it's got Bobby Cannavale. I think
I
is
don't
his
know.
last name from Jumanji. He's the bad guy in Jumanji. He's the stepfather in Ant-Man.
The stepfather in Ant-Man?
Yeah,
Oh man, I don't know.
In the first Ant-Man movie, the second one, I guess. He's playing stepfather to Paul Rudd's kid in that movie.
I don't remember it. I could have someone look it up.
Yeah, you will. You will have to. I think he's the bad guy in Jumanji. I'm not sure, but he's definitely the father in Ant-Man.
Dude, I was trying to think. The bad guy in Ant-Man. I don't want to say it's
I didn't say
Javier.
bad guy.
No, I know. I was thinking of Jumanji. Sorry. Yeah, but that has to be my favorite. There's a bunch of movies he's done that I really liked and I appreciated. He makes probably about 3 movies a year. He's worth $225 million. But I've got to say, The Other Guys for me, I absolutely is my favorite. I could watch it. If it's on TV and I start it, I'm finishing it. I'm canceling my eye exam or whatever I had for my dog.
My good. Stupid. Man, what a dipshit. Yeah, it was tough to leave those two out for me, but I absolutely love The Departed. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. I'm excited for us to do a gangster movie one day.
Yeah.
So I can compare it to all the other ones, which I've never done, like Goodfellas and The Godfather.
God,
See what makes my mind, but I fucking love The Departed.
Departed is not a bad answer. I definitely has one of my slashes. And Ted for me was really on the line because it drowns in one-liners that are hilarious. But yeah, no, The Other Guys for me and Departed, I don't mind it at all. Also, super agree with Planet of the Apes and The Happening being terrible, unwatchable movies.
Horrible movies. Pain and Gain, not a good movie.
No.
Instant Family is very good, I think. Go check that one out if you've seen it.
I liked Instant Family a lot too, and I think it's on Netflix that you can watch it if I'm not mistaken, or was.
It was on my iTunes account.
Dude, I liked Instant Family, and it was one of those movies I didn't think I'd like, and I watched it, and I was like, "This is way better."
I thought it'd just be too overly happy, I guess. Like nothing but a good feeling, and then you at the end do the little drama, and then we're fine. The movie was a good little dramedy. It was a fun, sad, catching the feels movie that I enjoyed. So
the only part I didn't like is that the kids were adopted at the end. That was a bummer, you know.
Right?
They're not orphans anymore if they're adopted. They're not cute anymore. They can't sing and whatever orphans can do. I don't know what it is.
I don't know either, man. I'm not an orphan.
I'll adopt you if you ever are, buddy.
Gross.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Whiskey Cinema. Me and Brad appreciate you so much. We had a lot of fun doing Mark Wahlberg. There's definitely a bunch of movies that we might have forgot or didn't mention, or maybe we're going to do it next time on a part 2 for Mark Wahlberg. If there's a couple movies that we forgot to talk about, go ahead and mention them below. I see Steven's already saying, what about Italian Job? Dude, part 2. We'll mention it for sure.
Yeah,
hey,
we will.
Hey, thank you guys so much, and we will see you next Friday, another episode of Whiskey Cinema. Take care, guys. Brandon, give them that flashy call-off sign signal you give them every time.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.